Next, we have to remove this cover, which is held in place by, there you go, 3 Phillips head screws. One here, another one here, and there's another one up top here. So remove those screws, and we should be able to remove this cover. But remember, do everything gently. Don't use too much force. You don't want to break anything. All right? So I'll go ahead and remove that cover. Again, I will emphasize, do it gently. You're trying to pry these two pieces apart. Just try and grab the tip of your fingers and get it in between the two and work them loose, okay? And I emphasize gently because, as you can see, this here is what adjusts your steering wheel, right? And obviously, it's an electrical connection underneath here somewhere, so you don't want to yank it off and damage something. All right, so I am gonna keep prying these apart. I will first work the top piece off, and the back here is still attached, but I'm gonna need 2 hands to get in there and work it, okay? Yeah, I was having a little problem separating these 2 pieces because I thought I had taken all 3 screws out. This one right here was not loosened all the way, so that didn't come out. Now with that loose, I removed the top piece. But what would have made this a little easier is if I had lowered the steering column before attempting this. But obviously, since the battery was disconnected and the airbag removed, I didn't want to go ahead and hook it back up to do this because it would have turned on the airbag light. All right. Now, as you can see in here, this connection I was talking about, that's connected to this here, this switch. So now we're going to disconnect this. Same procedure. Depress that piece right here in the middle on the gray part and pull them apart. Okay, we got that off right here. That's the plug right here. Now next, we're going to focus on removing this clock spring. Hey guys, this is a clock spring. It has electrical connections to it. Carry out your inspection, see how it's made, see what's connected to it, and take it from there. So obviously this will have some wire harness plugged into it. It looks like one down here, another one over to the side of that, and come around here. Look like there's one up here on the top side of it. So we have to disconnect those. Now there's also appears to be held down by 2 screws, Phillips head, down in here. One here, and the other is over here. All right, I have loosened these already, but I'm not willing to pull this out yet until I have disconnected all the wiring connected to it. Okay, these 2 right here. There's one on this side that looks like it's gray. There's a little black tab, as you can see, right, where is it? Around here. Up in there, there's a little black tab that you push down. When you push it far enough, you'll hear a little click. Then you can pull this out. All right? And on this one, the yellow one, there's a yellow tab that you push down, and you hear a click also. Then you can pull that out. I thought I already had that out, but I must have pushed it too far back to demonstrate to you. There you go. You can pull that out. All right. With these two out, then we're gonna go in. That's another one here that I missed. A third one. Right here, the white one. Same thing. Let me see if I can get that while I'm videotaping. Nope. Let me cut this off, then I will try it again. On this one is white. This one here is white. You do the same thing with it. There's a little white tab in here that you press down and pull out. You hear that little click again. So we're gonna go up top and attempt this one. Using a screwdriver, I'm gonna press on this right here. See if I can get you in view. Press on that tab right here. Right, as you push that down, you use your other hand to pull the plug out. I've already disconnected, loosened that. Plug comes out. With that, I believe everything is disconnected. All the screws are loose and out, but I cannot remove this clock spring because right back here, this little plastic piece going down on the other side is locked in. So just push it in with your finger. As you can see, that has started moving. So now I should be able to pull this clock spring assembly out of place. There you go, we have it off. Now reassembly with the new one, you have to make sure that, I'll put the old one back on, that this here is centered. All right? You gotta have to make sure it's centered. If you don't put it in the center position, you can have problems. And how you do that, you turn it all the way, I'm turning it counterclockwise until it locks, right? Then you turn it all the way clockwise until it locks again. And you count each turn, each revolution. So we're over in this position. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a little bit much, 5, let's say, if this is 1, I would say 5, not quite 5 1/4. Because if it's 5 is here, then 5 1/2 should be here. So we're looking basically at 5 1/4, right? 5 1/4. At 5 1/4, then you have to do 2 1/2, right? So we will go start in this position. Nope, the whole thing is moving. But basically, I will show you on the new one. Basically, now you're gonna count 2 1/2, which is, if it was 5, that would be mid-center. 2 1/2 would be right up in the center. So you want to do 2 1/2 and add another 1/8 to it, right? So that quarter would be split in half. That makes sense?